Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm at a car dealership in the GTA that is very exclusive. The short form of this dealership is TAB, Toronto Auto Brokers. This is one of the biggest pre-owned dealership in the entire GTA. And today I'm here and reviewing the Acura NSX, a Japanese legendary sports car or supercar. So let's start this full in-depth review with a little bit of history about the NSX, and then the exterior, the practicality, talk about the engine, show you guys the inside of the car, and ask you guys what you guys want to see next. The Acura NSX. This car is a legendary Japanese supercar or sports car. But if I have to go to a little bit of history, a lot of people get confused when I say Acura NSX because maximum of my viewers are from Bangladesh and other international countries that are in Asia. So the original name of this car is Honda NSX in Asia, Middle East. But in America, North America, and Europe, we get this as the Acura NSX instead of the Honda NSX. This is a car that's a very good car for our roads in Canada and America because this car is really popular. Not that big engine, good performance, good looks, and it is very good on the track. This car has two generations. The first generation was same, rear mid-engine car with two doors and good handling at the track. That car was out from 1990 to 2005, and then they stopped production. And then the second generation came out in 2016 and it stopped production in 2022. The third generation is coming soon. They didn't design it yet, but they will let everyone know as soon as possible. Now let's come to this car. First of all, just look at the exterior. This car has a stunning white color with all of its black accent, with all of the carbon accents. This is the most highest spec Acura NSX I have seen in the pre-owned market. Let me show you the keys first. The keys are nice. You have the Acura logo, you have the NSX written. This is the number 1 key, so the car comes with 2 keys. This is for your lock, unlock, trunk opening, and your panic button, and it says NSX here too. If I show you the front first, I'll get inside the car and turn on the headlights, and whatever happens, Acura are on a different league when it comes to their headlights. So here we get inside, a very low car. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button. There the car turns on. I'm gonna get the wheel straight. So this is with the daytime running lights. This is with the hazard. This is with the high beam. And then this is with the high beam. This is without the high beam. And now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the car's headlights. So the headlights, you can see there's a lot of jewels. These are individual projector setup that help project the light onto the road. You have the side reflector because in North American and American spec you have to have that. There's chrome treatment inside the light, and then you have your daytime running lights and your hazards. This black treatment continues from here and all the way extends till your front of the car. Some openings here for the oil coolers, and you have your parking sensors here as well. Look at how low the car is, and because this car has the carbon package, the front splitter is actually on full carbon fiber. If I go on the other side, I can show you the full details of the front. You have 4 parking sensors total. This is where you put your tow hinge. You put that in there. This is your Acura logo. You have chrome bits here, openings here, and overall at the front end, this car looks like a very aggressive track car. It takes all the air from the front diffuser, it releases this from the hood. That's why you have 2 vents on the hood and a very aerodynamic hood because it's very sharp and very nice to look at. You have rain sensing wipers as standard because it is a more than $100,000 car, so it obviously needs that. But now I'm going to show you the car's side profile. So as I'm showing you guys the side profile of the car, now let's talk about the competitors of this vehicle too. So the competitors of this car from Japan is obviously the Nissan GT-R. And from the other countries, I would say it's the Audi R8 and the Mercedes-Benz GT, the Porsche 911, and other 2-door sports cars. Now let's come to the car's front wheels. The front wheels are 245/35 ZR19s. These are forged wheels, so these are very light. You have 6-piston carbon ceramic brakes. It has NSX written on it, and it is in red, so it's very bright. How do you know it's carbon ceramics? You can just look at the disc and you can tell that. A lot of people are going to be like, why this disc is broken? It's not. It's carbon ceramic brakes. These are just better brakes than normal steel brakes. You have double wishbone suspensions at the front that are tuned, and it is adaptive. So you can control the drive mode, and the suspension is going to add up as it is. You have a small vent here that's functional. It takes the air from the wheel and it takes it out from the car's side. So that's a very cool little edge of this car, and all of the car's sides are very edgy, so it actually looks great. If you look at the exterior mirror is very long. You have blind spot monitoring, and it's pretty much just aerodynamic, nothing else. The door handles are cool on this car, as the GTR as well. So when the car is locked, it's inside, but when the car is unlocked, it flips outside, and then you can open your frameless doors. Obviously, it's a sports car, it would have frameless door. And the Acura NSX doesn't come with any convertible model, so it only has a coupe model, and that's it. It has keyless entry too. There's a button here. You just press that, it locks up, and the hazard slide are on the mirror. You have a big intake here because the car's engine's at the back, just reminding everybody. So these are the oil coolers, and you have a very small window, but it's very aerodynamic if you look at from here, because it's actually taking all the air in from the side and it's bringing it to the back. So that's a very aerodynamic looking side end, in my opinion. If you look at the rear wheels, it has Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, like I mentioned. 305/30 CR 20s at the back. Fronts are 19s, rears are 20s. You have a little smaller brakes, but carbon ceramic disc. You have multi-link suspension with coil springs. And because it's American, North American cars need this reflector for emissions passing. Now, if you look at the fuel tank is very small, but it is capless, just the car is locked. If I just unlock that, and if I just open it from this button that's located here, you can open your fuel tank and fill it up for a V6 car. One thing that I missed out is on the roof, because this car has a carbon fiber roof, so that's good. That's the sharp antenna, very tiny but very aerodynamic, but the carbon fiber roof actually helps this car look much more nicer. Now I'm going to show you the car's rear. So now I'm going to show you guys the rear of the car. So first, let me get inside, turn on these full LED lights for the back. One thing I have to say, the front of this car is nice, the rear is nicer. So here we get inside, foot on the brake, pressing the start button, there the car turns on with the full lights. So this is with the hazard, and if I pull it into reverse, this is with the full lights for the back. Now I'm going to come outside and show you guys the lights. So here we do. If you guys see the rear end of this car, you guys can see the lights turn on from here, all the way rotates, and all the way goes till the other side. But you have the hazards right there. You have the Acura badge below it. And it's very nice how it extends completely to the other side. If you look a bit up, the body is already aggressive, but this car has a carbon fiber spoiler on top of it. So it makes it another top up on that. You have parking sensors at the back. You have total 4 sensors, and these are open to get the hot air out from the exhaust. This is your number plate slot, that's your exhaust of the car, and this is your diffuser. It's a very aggressive looking diffuser, in my opinion. You have the reversing camera placed here. I forgot to mention that. And this is the rear engine bay cover. That's in full glass, but it's tinted, but you can see the engine there, and you have the upper stop brake light placed right there. If I have to talk about the practicality, for opening the car's engine and the boot space, it's the same place, it's placed here. So now I'm going to show you the car's engine, talk about the powertrain and the practicality of a 2-door Japanese legendary supercar. So for opening the boot and the engine bay, it is actually located in the same place, but it's a little bit up and a little bit behind. If you open this panel, it has hydraulic struts. You have around 175 liters of storage for a 2-door sports car is not bad, and when it's rear mid-engine, you have a pretty decent amount of room. This entire place is covered in carbon fiber, and that's the car's engine where it says NSX. It's very cool, it's very nice, it's behind your ears, you can listen to that engine go behind you. This is the numbered car, so this is 265 number unit. So all the NSX have their numbers behind here. And then you can see how the carbon fiber is glowing on this car. Now, if we talk about the engine, you have the NSX written right there. And now if we talk about this engine, Acura is one of the first manufacturer to introduce hybrid and high performance engine in a supercar. After them, finally Porsche did it in 2024, but they were one of the first to introduce this to the market. NSX has a 3.5 liter twin turbocharged V6 engine with the electric motor and a little small battery. Total, it is producing 573 horsepower and 476 pound-feet of torque in 4-wheel drive. It has an automatic transmission that shifts like this. What's so cool about this engine is it's a very compact engine, but it is producing more power considering with its competitor, the Nissan GT-R. GT-R is a V6 too, but front engine, 4-wheel drive, and it's not as aerodynamic, but I think this is, I never saw them drag racing together, but I would probably say this is a little faster car by just looking at the car, being honest. Now let's close the rear trunk area or the rear engine bay area because we're pretty much done, and let's get inside the Acura NSX. So now we are at the inside of the NSX. This is a very good spec considering it has a white exterior with a red and black contrasting interior. The red part is in full leather and the black part is full in Alcantara. You have these very nice red stitchings that make the seats look much more nicer, and it is very buckety. It's actually a very good amount of leather in it, and it's a very good seat. It's like a bucket seat that's made out of complete leather. It's very comfortable, but it hugs you from all of the sides. You have cup holders that a lot of supercars don't have nowadays. You have a lockable glove box. This is a full Alcantara treatment covering this, and you have decent amount of space. You have some buttons there for your automatic windows and your boot openers. And then if you look here, you have a power socket here, so you can put an actual plug there or a cigarette lighter type. You can see you have your AC vent there. You can close that and open that from there as well. It says your SRS airbag. Then you have your full-on chrome treatments here, and then the leather treatment that all the way continues on the full dash. Let's turn the car on. So foot on the brake, press this button, and then it's going to slowly turn the car on. As this is a very old-fashioned car considering it started in 2016. That's why it has a very oldish display. But for that time, this was the highest tech that they have. But for the last generation, it's pretty much the same. It just has a basic facelift. So it has a 2-zone climate control. So this is for decreasing, this is for increasing, this is for front and rear windshield heater, no outside air coming inside, sync for the both climate controls, and this is for AC off and on. If you just press this, your climate comes on the screen. I know you get the same tech in the Honda Accord, but it is what it is. A Honda Accord doesn't have a V6 that's screaming almost 500 to 530 plus horsepower. You have your start button here. You have your AC vents here. This is for turning on your hazards. It's pretty nice. You have heated seats on either side. This is your drive mode controller. This is your gear. So this is for park. This is for reverse. And then you have a decent amount of reversing camera. That is a Aventador. And then this is for neutral. This is for drive or manual. This is your parking brake and brake hold, and it says NSX right here. That's cool too. You have a little placement where you can put your phone or your keys, and this entire panel is in full leather, so that's nice. And this car has a ELS studio sound system, so it should be banging inside here. If you get this placement up, you have a little phone holder or a little storage area where you can keep your stuff. If you come to the steering wheel is a little different from other cars. It's a little more track focused than its road, but it has carbon here, carbon here. These are for your cruise. These are the controls for that digital screen. And you have paddle shifters at the back. That actually sounds good. And it is tilt and telescopic. So if I just do that, to get this down, tilt and telescopic steering. And overall, sitting in this car, it has pretty good visibility, but it's a very low car, so it's going to be a little hard for me to drive at least. Now I'm going to show you the car's door. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button, that's going to turn on the full instrument cluster. And considering the car's steering wheel, it is shaped in a way that you can see the full screen. This is for your fuel gauge, that's for your engine temperature, and the center part is completely digital. So you have your RPM there that red lines in 7,500, and then you have the car's this for your battery percentage. This is your car's mileage, that's the outside temperature, that's your hybrid gauge, and this is your entire RPM. You have the warnings at the center as well. But when you change the driving mode, so that now the car is on quiet, so this is on sport, this is on sport plus, and if you hold it, it's gonna go on track. So this is the most aggressive mode for this car, where traction control itself turns off. So it's pretty nice, it's pretty cool. But now I'm going to show you the car's door. But before that, you have some buttons here for your cruise control, and you have some buttons here for controlling that center display and for your audio. Paddle shifters are very nice, it's pretty loud, and this is for the brightness of the instrument cluster that you can control from here. This is your windshield wiper controls, that's for your hazards and high beam, and behind that is for your parking sensors and traction control and your AC vent. Dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal. Seat controls are here, both seats are poweredly adjustable, and overall it's a very nice place to be in. I'm gonna put the car back to quiet mode because it's just too loud and I can't even hear anything. You have the tweeters here, first of all, then you have the leather treatment all the way till the back, then you have Alcantara treatment coming here. You have your memory seats with your door handle, you have your fuel tank and boot opener that are here. This is for the exterior mirror controls. This is for locking the mirrors, unlocking and locking the car, and opening the window and closing the window. That's fast. And the windows are tinted, it's not privacy glass, for just letting you know. And these are the speakers. Now let's turn the car off and let's exit the car, because we are pretty much done with today's video. So if you liked today's video, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and do make sure you hit the like button on Toronto Auto Brokers' Facebook, Instagram, and their website. I'm going to pull all of them at the description, so it's going to be easier for you guys to contact them if you need any car in the GTA.